Hey guys, welcome back to another collective haul, and we're going to start out with Temu because I got a massive Temu haul, but I have a few items from a couple other places that I just didn't have enough items to create a video. So I hope you guys don't mind. So if you'd like to see what I got from other stores such as Walmart, Amazon, and I think I have a couple of things from Sam's also, stay tuned to the end of the video and I will definitely share with you, but we are going to start with Temu. So let's go ahead and have the editor roll the intro and let's get right into today's haul. Okay, you guys, welcome back. I am struggling with my Technics these days. So if you see me posting a little bit sporadic, my apologies. You guys know I was on a roll, but when it rains, it pours. And since we've been here from probably the very last day of April and the beginning of May, it has just been one thing after the other. So it just was, the move was tedious and strenuous and exhausting. And then we had a plumbing ceiling leak issue. And then my computers went kaput on me. So I don't know what is going on, but something does not want me to make videos. So I just want to let you know, I am getting these out as fast and as quickly as I can. If the lighting is weird or rough or grainy, I so apologize. I do not have the correct kind of equipment right now for low light, what they call low light, meaning I can't seem to balance my lighting. So if I look grainy or I look blown out or too bright or what have you, I do my best in editing, but hopefully you will be able to see my items very clearly. I thought about doing them in the kitchen, but it's really difficult for me to do that because there's quite a few people in the house and they have to get in and out of the kitchen. And so for me to film, it just gets a little bit, kind of uncomfortable because every time I start to film, someone wants something from the kitchen. So the kitchen's actually the best lighting in the house, to be honest, because it's so dark here, but we're going to try this. So if you guys didn't know, I moved my desk. So when I originally started making the life update and a couple other videos, I felt like I had really captured good lighting for some reason, but I was against the wall to my right. So that's your left, my right. And that is where the water leak was. So I just feel really nervous about keeping my desk there because I don't know, the plumbing pipes are over there. And I thought, well, I'm going to have to move my desk, unfortunately. And so I moved it sort of on the other side of where it was. And so this makes the lighting kind of difficult because I'm right literally in the middle of like the entryway walkway when you walk through our door. So I've been really struggling. So hopefully everything I share with you today, you will be able to see clear, as I mentioned, because a lot of the things that I've been ordering are neutrals and they're sometimes hard to see if they're like white or beige or what have you. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I do stay tuned to the end of the video as well, because I do have a question for all of you. For those of you that have a dog, I would like to ask you a question. So definitely stay tuned to the end of the video. I will timestamp everything per usual if I can, and I will link everything that I share today below if possible. If I cannot link it from Temu, I will try to link the most affordable option from Amazon for you, because Temu, as you know, if you haven't, heard my previous videos, I'm battling with Temu as far as being an affiliate. I've been an affiliate with Temu for probably 4 years now. And recently, right before we moved, I went in to make a video and link some of the items that I was sharing with you guys. And all of a sudden, everything affiliated I had with Temu was gone. I had a storefront. I was able to link the items that I was sharing with you, and all of a sudden they took that away from me. Now, I have been battling with their marketing department for a while now to try to figure out what the heck happened and why. And right now, even when I log into my Temu account, it says we are permanently removing you from the affiliate program, and I don't know why. So that is what I'm having them investigate. So if I can link it, I will try for you. If not, then I will try to find an alternative from Amazon so that you don't overpay, because we know that Temu is a little bit cheaper than Amazon, but I think the shipping takes a little bit longer as well with Temu than it does with Amazon. But there are a lot of the same sellers on Amazon and Temu and other companies as well. So hopefully if you like what I'm sharing, you will check out the description box and I will do my best, I promise, for you. You can also click on my link from my Temu storefront. I don't think it's there. I have not checked it since I've been battling with the investigation, but if it's there, I highly recommend, trying to look at what I've bought in the past, or if I can link it, like I said, it could take you to a link and then maybe they just make the commission off of it. I'm not sure, but all in all, I will do my best. Okay, so I have 2 Temu orders that I'm combining today. And I did tell you guys that there was a Temu haul coming. So this is more or less a home haul. And then I do have some personal items that I ordered for myself. I also am going to be ordering from Temu again. Now, I did tell you guys as well that I was going to try to step back away from Temu for a little while. But girl, I am just too obsessed with them. I love everything on their website. I love they have unique items. You can go there for pretty much any theme or any type of content, like you want to find any merchandise. Like I just love vintage decor. I love vintage vibes. I also like anything international, like Japanese I've been loving lately as well. And I just love all of the vintage stuff that they have to offer. And you guys know I love my classic vintage graphic t-shirts, and I'm preparing for the fall right now. So that is why I just cannot seem to keep myself away from Temu. But I do have some pretty amazing finds I've been finding on Amazon as well. So stay tuned, because I will have an Amazon haul coming up. Probably, I will say the month of June is probably going to be the majority of Amazon, because I found so many cool things there as well. And I've always shopped from Amazon, but I've never really dug into it the way I'm doing now, like the way that I clearance find for Walmart. You guys know I hunt every single day, and it's been really torture to not be able to get my videos out on time in a timely manner on both of my channels right now, because first of all, let's just talk about my gaming computer just completely went black. This is my Apple computer. It is so old, you guys. It's like over 10 years old, and I'm trying to edit on it now. And it is literally taking me 2 weeks to make a video. That is not acceptable for anybody at all. The computer you see directly behind me is connected. These two monitors here are connected to a laptop, and that laptop is aged as well. So your girl, it's time for me to buy 2 new computers. I will most likely be buying I'm looking into buying an Apple, and then I'm also going to be buying a new PC. So stay tuned if you guys are interested in that kind of thing. Most people aren't, but I do like to share any deal, steal, or find I can share with you in terms of saving money, getting money back, earning rewards, and all the things. So I have so many posters in my hands, and I am not going to tell you. First of all, as soon as I got the package, because it came by ship, like literal ship, it was damaged. When the package came to my door, I'll show you a photo right here. The package was open. So the posters were sticking out of the package. And not only was this order late, but anything that gets delayed and comes late, Temu will give you a credit of $5. So they did give me a credit, and I didn't even know why. But when I got the package, I was so excited. And then I just noticed that all the posters were sticking out of the package. So unfortunately, a lot of them got damaged. I did reach out to Temu, and they did replace them. So I should be getting these back. So this one here was not in like any kind of a hard cardboard covering. So this one got completely damaged. She was asking me which ones, and I wasn't quite sure. So I hate to take this out, because I was just going to put a picture up on the screen, but I will go ahead and take it out with you and show you what it is on the screen. So I just have to see what it is, because I can't share with you what it is if I don't know the print. But okay, so let me tell you why I got so many posters. So you guys know we're moving in September, and I did share with you that I ordered some previous set of 5 20 by 28. Now, most posters that Temu sells are 19.5 by 27. That, to me, I found is a sweet spot for photos. It's not too big like a 24 by 36. It's right in the middle. And so when you have a lot of wall space, especially if you want to line your artwork up, I feel like this is the best buy. Now, these frames came from Amazon, but you can find them on Temu as well. However, I feel like the frames that I got were good quality, and they just were a great buy. They were 5 for $75. And I bought 2 sets, I believe. So I got 10. I do need 1 more set. And then I got from the same seller on Amazon, I got a set of 3 frames, 24 by 36, which is poster size for, I think that one, the 24 by 36 were like 110 or something. So I am going to order another set of those, because when I got them, I just thought they were heavy. They were nice. I got them in a walnut finish, so they were really beautifully brown. And that is what I wanted, because I know that if I go a little bit of a traditional walnut brown, that goes with anything. So regardless of the style or what I'm trying to accomplish with the new house, it'll be fine. You guys know this is an older build, and my idea when I came here was to do older vintage type of decor. I've never done any of this, and I just watch other YouTubers that share their ideas, and their houses always look so beautiful. But when I attempt, I seem to not be able to accomplish this beautiful scenery that everybody has the knack for on YouTube. And I feel like home decor and home design is kind of it's like a gift. It's like an eye, you know what I mean? And I know that if you just practice, you will find your feet with it, but I have been trying for a few years now and it's been really difficult. But with the vintage finds that I did buy on Facebook Marketplace, I just cannot part with them. I have a black armoire that someone on Facebook Marketplace was using as a as a bar. They were using it as like an actual bar. And it's so pretty, this armoire. It's not too heavy. It's not too hard to move. And that's the one that I will be keeping. I got another vintage one that I've shared in the other house that's just massive. I mean, it's so tall and so deep that it's really difficult to place unless you have like some massive space. Luckily, in the last house before we moved, I did have the room, but it was sticking out in depth so far that it was just weird. Do you know what I mean? So, because I had always intended on painting that black because it came gray, but it's just such a massive piece. I think I'm going to end up having to get rid of it because it's just so big. So I am going to keep the black one that I have. I did paint it with Beyond Paint and it is still doing okay. And then I also got a like buffet table that's real vintage as well. I think it's like, it might be late 70s, early 80s, but it's really pretty. It was a cherry brown when I got it. I painted it black and it's really pretty. I think if it was designed and decorated in the right place, it would be really beautiful. But like I said, you have to have an eye for this kind of stuff. And so I am going to take to the new house a lot of the vintage pieces that I have because I love that. So when I came back here a few weeks ago, I was like, okay, I know it's really crowded in here because it is so crowded in here. It's like a storage unit. I'm not even kidding. And I knew that I was going to have to buy new runners, new rugs, like, just some small rugs. I got 5x7 rugs. I knew I wanted to get like a vintage floral style of some sort. So I stayed safe with the black and the beige. But when I found that I wanted to do lemons and like navy and yellow in the kitchen, I, decided to get a really beautiful tablecloth, which I think I showed you in the last video. I bought just a standard basic vase, vessel, whatever you want to call it, from Walmart. And then I got some faux daisies from Temu. Now I know most people get their floral from Hobby Lobby, but I found that the floral from Temu is really pretty. And I was really happy with that. So I put that on the table. I did put some placemats that I shared with you guys in the previous video on the table. I don't know how I like it because I feel like they just take away from the beauty of the tablecloth. But when you're eating on a tablecloth, that fabric tablecloth like that, you need to have something to protect it. So I went with rectangle rather than circular or circle, whatever, round, because we had round table placemats in the last house and they just looked weird. It was too much round. So for now, I feel like I'm going to do the best I can with the kitchen while we're here. And with the posters, as I was looking around, I was like, okay, I don't think it would hurt if I put some artwork on the wall. And so that was the reason for the posters. So did you need all that detail? No, but you have to understand where I'm going for context of why I got so many posters. So my plan with the kitchen was to get something that was lemon oriented or something that was related to the pattern that I was doing or the theme that I was doing, because I knew I was going to do the floral blue. I don't know, there's a name for it, but I knew I was going to do that. I knew I was going to do lemons, and I didn't want to drench the dining room and kitchen in that theme, but I also wanted it all to be related. So all of the posters that I ordered are all related to that. Now there is some floral that I decided to order for this room as well. Behind me is a very long wall also that has plenty of space for artwork if I wanted to put it there. So that's why I'm just taking advantage of being able to afford to buy several different frames, because I know in the new house, that was my biggest struggle, was the walls, not being able to have enough frames for the walls. And you guys know, I mean, most of you, I think, probably go to the thrift store to buy frames because they say, go to the thrift store. That's where you can just pop out whatever the art's in and then just use the frames. But I wanted them all to match. So I felt like the ones that I chose were a good buy. And again, I'll link those below for you. But so I ordered all together. I don't know, this is how many. I ordered a lot. And that's the thing with me, is that when I decide to do something, I can be a lot. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I don't really know subtle. I don't know how to do subtle. I only know how to do too much or too little. So trying to find my way with decorating, or find my sweet spot, I guess, you know, right in the middle has always been a challenge. So that's why I don't know. I would rather order them. And besides, the posters on Temu are very, very, very inexpensive. So see, it's a canvas, or it's, I don't know. They print them out on like this canvas. See how it's damaged? I don't know if you can tell, but it's like damaged everywhere. But this is the print. It's a lemon print, I think. Does it go this way? No, it goes this way. So this is what this one looks like. Oh man. This one got completely ruined. But I don't know. Maybe I can steam it. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know if you can see that. Let me stand up. So this is what it looks like. So they did say that they were going to replace it, and here's what they wrapped it in. So this is just a, you know, kind of an example of what Temu does when you order posters. And I mean, look at the back of it. The back of it is completely just destroyed. Now, there might be a magic formula on how these posters will work. I had one that I used in my office when I did the office makeover. And it seemed, once I like flattened it out and everything and put it in the frame, it seemed to be fine. And I seemed to be able to smooth it out to where you couldn't see all the damage on it. So we'll have to just see. But this one was supposed to go above. Originally, I was going to put it where the TV is now, because the TV used to be on the opposite side. So now, right now, I moved the TV from the left wall to the right wall, if that makes any sense. I don't think you've ever seen my living room. Just follow me on my vlog channel and I'll show you. But it used to be on the main wall where, like, if you were in the kitchen, you could see the TV. And then I moved it on the other side because I just felt like it needed to be moved. So I moved the love seat and put the TV on the opposite wall. And so when I bought this, it was originally supposed to go on that wall. Then I thought, okay, well, if I don't use it there, I can use it where my son works. And so I'm thinking of putting this on where he works, but we'll see. I don't, look at this. Oh man, look at that. Oh my God. I don't know. Hopefully I didn't just ruin it. It just, the string came off. I don't know if you can tell that. It just pulled. I don't know. Anyway, hopefully it's not too damaged and hopefully I can use it. If I can't, I did ask Temu to replace it and we shall see. I can't remember if they said they were going to give me a refund or if they were going to give me a new poster. I can't remember because I know she said some could be replaced and some couldn't, and I still don't know what's going on with that. So I will try to steam this and use it anyway, and we'll just see what it looks like in the frames, and then you will be able to see it at the end. So if you guys want a behind the scenes of me putting it in the frame and trying to make it work, follow me on my blog channel. And then if you just want to see the outcome, just stay tuned and I'll share with you what I did. It's really tough to do anything like to try to make this space livable in a like decorating way, because there is stuff everywhere, like literally everywhere. We have so much stuff that I just don't know if it's even going to make sense. So we'll just follow me on my blog channel, girl, because it's okay. You can say, oh, she tried. And I'm okay with that because honestly, I do not know what the hell I'm doing. Okay, so here is the second one, and this one is damaged also. I did send photos and videos to them as well and let them know, hey, everything came damaged. I was really upset about it, to be honest, because you would think that they would have like a little bit more. I mean, if they know that it's coming by freight, then they should, like care. But I guess they just don't. They don't care. It's cheap, like print. So, if they're only going to charge $4, you're not going to care. So this one, I don't know where this one is going to go, but I'll show it to you in just a second. It's all stuck together. Hold on one second. It's supposed to go maybe above the cloth, maybe somewhere by the armoire. So this is this one. Now this one is a 19.5 by 27. I think this one will do okay once I steam it and I put it in a frame, but I think it's really pretty. I needed yellow and navy to be the accent colors. And then again, see, I did lemons. So I wanted some lemon to match the theme of the kitchen, and dining room vibe. So this is 19.5 by 27. And like I said, see how damaged it is in the back? I don't know if you guys can tell because I'm really blown out. But if you can see that, it's really not in good shape. So, but we'll have to see, because sometimes it looks a little more rough than it is when I put it in the frames. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Okay, so this one was also not protected. They put this one in like a baggie. This one I think is a little bit better, only because some of the sellers, when they sell posters or artwork, they do put a hard piece of plastic inside of it, and it at least helps protect it a little bit. The other ones are just using, like, I'll show you the difference. So there are some sellers that are using a plastic piece like this, and then the other sellers that don't give a hoot are using this flimsy piece of plastic. So you can tell the difference between the seller and how they care about their customers. This one, they just don't. And you have to realize that when you order from Temu, it is a Chinese marketplace. When it says local warehouse, it means local for China, not for us. So I know that Temu does have some local warehouses in the US, but I'm not sure where, some of it comes from, because it should tell you when you order it, like where it's going to come from. So if it's coming directly from China, then it'll tell you that it's coming via freight by ship. So, if it's a piece of artwork, of course, it's going to struggle. So this I was going to put above the coffee bar. And I wanted daisies. So that's pretty. This one's cute. So that's what this one looks like. Okay, very cool. And then, but you can see how it's like, you can see how like there's like the way that it's, was rolled up and stuff. So without it being in anything protecting it, we'll have to see how it like lays on the frame. Sometimes it's not as bad as it seems. So I'm really hoping that I can get the best out of these. I'll use them anyway, just because that's me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to be like, okay, that'll do. You know what I mean? But I hope that it's not like so bad that it's like really tacky. I don't know, but I'll use them anyway because I paid for them. Okay, so I just kind of want to share with you the difference between the sellers and how they, when you buy artwork and posters from Temu. Okay, so here's the other 5 that I feel like are fine. The reason why I think they're fine is because these are protected. They are wrapped really well, and they have a hard piece of plastic inside to protect the travel. You know what I mean? The roughness and all of the turbulence that happens with shipping something. So I know that these are going to be fine. This one too. This one, I might have ordered this from the same seller. And then these guys really care. These guys like put a whole piece of plastic, and then your poster's inside of that piece of plastic, and then there's a piece of plastic inside of that piece of plastic. So I know that's a lot, as far as the environment goes, but when you're ordering, posters, you want them to at least be, and posters are hard because they're inexpensive. They're made of paper or canvas or whatever kind of cheap material they're using. But when you do put them in really nice frames, they do look nice. Honestly, they really do. But those 3 that I just showed you right now, I don't know like how well those are going to come off in the frames. So let me go ahead and share with you this one as well. And like I said, I need to take these out anyway, and I've been waiting because what I like to do, honestly, is just wait until I use them so that they don't get ruined anymore, because once you take them out, they already have that wear and tear on them, These all go together. That's right. Okay, now these are really made really super paper thin. I'm not gonna lie. But they did have like a piece of like cardboard to protect them. Like I said, though, they are really flat and flimsy. You know what I mean? They're real papery. But this is it's a set of 3. So I wanted neutral. I wanted greens. This one was for the living room because I knew I wasn't going to carry the lemon theme, into the living room. I wanted something that was just spring summery that I could put on the walls that would go with this off-white. In real life, this is the kind of paint. It is considered white, but it has like a cool undertone, which means it's very grayish blue. Anyway, so this is a set of 3. And it's really faint. Honestly, when you see it in person, it's really faint. So that's the first one. And then this is, now these are 19.5 by 27, by the way, so these will fit. The frames are 20 by 28, but they should fit perfectly inside of the frames. So here's the other piece. I have to look at the picture. I'll show you the picture across the screen as well. So they're supposed to all like, you know, go together, I guess. So let me just roll these back up. This one was actually in really good condition. It was just open. Okay, and then this is the third print for that one. So I'm hoping that on the wall they'll look really pretty. I don't know. I don't know why, but I was looking for something that would have multiple posters for very affordable, where I could use, you know, frames that I could line them up. Obviously, you know, I can go to thrift stores, I can go to an estate sale, I can find some more vintage art to work around it. In addition to using this, I can also go to the thrift store if I want to do a gallery wall or work around this artwork, because then I can mix the vintage with the new and make this make sense. When I was looking for the set of 3, I wasn't sure what I was looking for, to be honest. And this one just had that real like Italian vibe, and then it had some plants in the artwork, and I knew I didn't bring my olive trees with me. They're in storage. And I was like, well, if I get one plant, that might liven up the living room a little bit. But again, I don't know how much I can cram in here because it's already so crowded. So if nothing else, I have all of my artwork set for next summer and spring. I will definitely reuse these because I absolutely love them. I love using frames and being able to use posters, because you can take posters out, you can roll them back up, you can lay them on top of each other, and you can switch them out as the seasons change. So that's why I think that using posters is a lot better than buying original artwork. And as you know, you can go to the thrift store and pretty much find any kind of art you want. And you can also go to estate sales as well and find really cool, unique artwork. I feel like you can go on Facebook Marketplace to do this kind of stuff, but just beware, because if you are looking for originals and stuff like that, a lot of what they sell on Facebook Marketplace, as you know, is original antiques, and that can get kind of expensive if you do go to estate sales and look for vintage art. It just can end up being expensive. Okay, I showed you pretty much everything. I do have 3 left. I didn't think I was gonna have this many. So, girl, I didn't think I was gonna keep you here for 30 minutes showing you posters first, but maybe you guys like longer hauls. Let me know if you want me to curve it. I will definitely do that next time. And break up the video, because obviously when you have multiple items, it can, you know, really kind of take a bit of time. And that's how we were in the house. When we had the house, I was building our furniture, but I had no way of getting artwork because I had already kind of maxed out the budget with the furniture part. So this is another set of 3, I guess, which is weird because I didn't know. What's this? Oh, I don't know. We'll see. So this is another very similar to the one I just showed you. I think what happened was, I thought to myself, well, you know what? I'll just get 2 sets of 3. And that way I can switch them out, you know, over the seasons, like, you know, use one this summer, use one next summer. Or because our home is going to be so big, I think it'll be fine to have more than less, because then I can just stretch them out, you know, and put them in different rooms in the house, rather than, you know, I can also maybe have a little bit of extra to put in my bedroom. So is this one upside down? Yeah, this one's upside down, sorry. There's this one. That one's kind of like a seaside. Like I said, these all give kind of like an Italian vibe to them. And then there's this one. So I feel like I don't remember this, to be honest. But we'll see. This one has like a bowl of lemons. I must have was thinking about this for the kitchen, maybe. So we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I'm doing the kitchen in lemons, and so we'll just have to see. That's the one thing I do like about having more than not enough, you know? And then you just roll them up and, you know, put them in a bin and just wait till you need them for whatever season that you need them in. So I like to purchase the sets of 3 because you don't have to use all 3 of them if you don't want to. And they're just perfect for spring and summer. Perfect. And that, you know, artwork is universal. Artwork, you can use it anytime. And there's really, as long as you're like going for a certain vibe and you know that you're not going to get bored with it, I think it's fine. So let me go ahead and roll these up. And we'll continue on. This one's rolled up. This is a 19 by 27 also. This one I thought was cute. I don't know why. This is like blueberries. Because I needed blue and yellow. And so I thought, hey, blueberries are kind of cool. I never see anybody using blueberries. So that's cool. Yeah, I really like this. Okay, so this is good. I'm happy with this one. I like the lemons too. I just have to see them on the wall and see where it makes sense. Because I plan, if I can pull it off, I plan on decorating the armoire so that it, because I told my mom, I go, if we're going to be here, like I want it to look pretty somehow, but I'm really going to have to go and declutter and like, you know, make everything look nice because right now there's crap everywhere, like literally everywhere. It looks like a storage unit in here. I'm not even joking. So, especially with my desk in the middle of the room. Okay, so here's another one. And yes, there will be a part 2, you guys. I had no idea that the posters were going to take this long. So stay tuned for the rest, for the part 2. And I definitely will be in the same clothes, as you can see. And I will definitely share everything else. Okay, this one came out of the little plastic thing. It had a plastic thing. So they did tape this one up too with painter's tape. Let's see. Oh, I love that. Look how cool that is. I love that. That is neat. I like it. Okay, so this one is a 19 by 27. It's a lot darker in person. I know the lighting is really off in here, and I apologize for that. Girl, I have turned lights on, turned them off, tried to do my best, okay, to share with you the best way, and unfortunately, I just couldn't land it. So it is what it is. Let's see. Yeah, this is a set of 3 too. I think I got this for above my desk and then I changed my mind. I want to do something else with the top of my desk. These are just white. That's the first one. This is honestly, you guys, too. This is really why I don't share posters in person. Like I'd rather put the pictures up on the screen. Because it's a lot faster. I can move along the cabin really, really quickly. Just showing you photos of what I bought rather than showing you the real posters. But I do want you to see the quality. So this is the second one. And it just continues. It's like, I think you put them all side by side. These are hydrangeas. And I thought that seems like it would be a good flower to put in the living room. So this is the last part of it. And you just line them up. So I think once they're up, I think I'll show you, obviously, probably with every poster I've showed you, I probably showed you what it looks like in real time. I mean, as a sample. So, because that's what, obviously, you know, when we look for artwork, it's already like staged or whatever. So I really like this. I like what I chose. I do. I like that I chose several different sets of 3 because like I said, if I don't want to use it all, I can use it throughout the house and like break it up so it's not just one photo all put together. I really love doing posters in frames. I think that gives you a lot more flexibility, you know, of making your home look like expensive or your walls, you know what I mean? Like obviously if you want to get authentic art, you can, of course, right? Even if you're into vintage or any kind of, you know, like looking for artwork for your home or whatever. One thing I've always struggled with as well in decorating or watching people decorate is like creating, you know, like the entryway scene, you know, with the mirrors and the vases, vessels, whatever, and then all the floral that goes inside of it, and creating the whole entire scene. I know a lot of people play with bookshelves, a lot of people do gallery walls and things like that, and I don't think those are ever going to go out of style, but I still feel like when you do it, you kind of still have to know where you're going with it, The one kind of gallery wall I don't think I enjoy very much is the ones that have the tiny pictures. I would rather have, I don't know, for me, larger art is more comforting. Like, it just makes, I feel like it makes a room in any space look beautiful. Gallery walls are fun, and I think they're really cool in terms of like creating some kind of like shabby chic or, you know, academia core, or even light academia core, or, you know, any kind of vintage vibe. But I feel like it can look clustered, you know. Gallery walls are always so interesting and bring your home character, but that is, when you're a renter, if you think about it, that is a lot of nails or a lot of command strips, whatever you decide to do. So I did see this photo one time of this little entryway, small little desk. If I can find the picture, I'll put it right here. But I saw this picture. If I'm showing it to you, if not, I probably found a supplemental picture. But there was this one picture for this little area right here. I wanted to make it a reading nook. I've always wanted to make this little area right here across from where I'm sitting a reading nook. And I imagined it with like some bookshelves and a chair, and not so much an ottoman, but just a chair and a table. And those are easy to find on Facebook Marketplace, super inexpensive, super affordable. But with the wall, I thought I'll put a desk. And what I really wanted to do, like this picture, is an old typewriter and kind of go by what the picture had said, like mock the picture. Because I feel like when you just kind of recreate something you see in a photo, then it kind of gives you at least a baseline of how to put design together. And then once you kind of build on what you like, then you can start altering the way that it looks. Because I feel like for me, I'm always in the dark, always in the dark. Like I look at things and I think they look really cool and really fun. And then I have no idea how to even put them together. So for me, I would just feel overwhelmed and lost. But we're going to go ahead and end this video for part 1 first. My sincere apologies. I did not know showing you 10 posters was going to take this long. But this is part 1 of our Temu haul. Our Temu collective haul, actually. So stay tuned for part 2. And in part 2, I will be in the same outfit because we're going to go ahead and finish up. And I'm going to share with you all the little things that I did get for the house and everything. And then in the final video that goes to this particular Temu series, I hope that I can get everything up and show you what I did with everything. I don't know if I'm going to do a house tour because I feel like there's just too much crap in our house. But I'll do my best to try to make it look presentable and share with you what the artwork looked like on the wall when I decided to put it up. If you want to see me actually trying to stage it and put it all together, just stay tuned to the vlog channel because that's coming. Just bear with me because I am having massive technical problems, and hopefully I got this video out on time. I think this was Thursday's or Saturday's video. So I really hope that you stay tuned for part 2. If this was Thursday's video, I will see you guys Saturday for part 2. If this was Saturday's video, I will see you guys on Tuesday for part 2. So stay tuned, and I'm going to show you all the rest of the things I got from wonderful Temu. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening, girl, because I have the gift of gab, and you already know that. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in part 2.